And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Have you ever stopped to consider the positive characteristics of light? The beauty of light, the things that light allows us to do? Stop and think a moment about driving a car down a highway at 60 or 70 miles an hour at nighttime with no headlights. What do you think the ultimate results would be? What about going to a sports game like a football game or a baseball game, and you're enjoying the game at nighttime, and then all of the lights went off, but they continued to play the game in the darkness and you could see nothing? Or imagine going to a beautiful garden and walking through the garden and enjoying all of the plants, but you're going at nighttime. How much beauty do you think you'd see? You see, light keeps us safe when we're driving down the road. Light makes life more enjoyable when you're watching sports events. And light brings out the beauty of the flowers and the plants around us. With all of the great and positive qualities of light, why is it that Jesus says people love darkness rather than light? Well, he makes it very clear why. He says, because their works or their ways are evil. You know, I've traveled a lot over the last 30 days. I've been in probably 5 or 6 different states, and I've observed a lot of people, and a lot of people doing questionable things, a lot of people doing just mean things and things that are wrong. And I'm wondering, why do people do that? Well, it's like Jesus said, because their works are evil, they do darkness. In fact, it says that in John chapter 1, light has come into the world, but the darkness does not comprehend it, which basically means it does not take it as its own. Darkness does not take on the characteristics of light. What happens to the darkness when the light comes on? The darkness goes into hiding. And that's what a lot of people do. They would rather hide behind their masks and their evil in the darkness so they're not exposed. Why don't we come to the light as He is in the light and let Him show us our perfections and then help us change? Because that's what grace is all about, helping us to change those imperfections that God shows us in the light. I used to think it was my job to go around and point out all of the wickedness in people and to say, you're in sin, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, and you're doing this wrong. And now I believe that that's really not my job. That's the job of the Holy Spirit, and I don't want to take His job. My job is to encourage people to walk in the light as He is in the light. God says those people who follow Him, who follow Jesus, do not walk in darkness. So let me encourage you to follow Jesus. Read the Bible. Listen to the Holy Spirit. Listen to what godly men and women are telling you, and walk in the light. If you do, I think your life would be a lot safer. I think your life will be a lot more enjoyable. And I think your life will be a lot more beautiful. Walk in the light and follow Jesus. And let's encourage others to do the same.